In the early days of ancient Greece, centuries before its golden age, the world was explained through habit, tradition, and myth. Why does the sun rise? Why do the seasons change? Why do we die? For the early Greeks, the answers came from the gods, until one man asked a different kind of question and changed the course of human thought forever. Hello and welcome to Philosophy in 5. I am Chichon, a PhD in philosophy, and in this episode we explore the thought of Thales of Miletus, widely considered the first philosopher. Thales was born around 624 BC in Miletus, a bustling Ionian city on the western coast of Asia Minor, what is now modern-day Turkey. Miletus was a crossroads of cultures, Greek, Egyptian, Babylonian. This blend of influences likely exposed Thales to both mythic traditions and early scientific thinking. Though he left no writings of his own, later thinkers such as Aristotle, Herodotus, and Diogenes Laertius preserve fragments of his ideas, often more legend than certainty. Yet from those echoes, a figure emerges who dared to seek the first principles of nature not in Olympus, but in the world itself. Thales is remembered for proposing that the underlying substance of all things, the arche in ancient Greek, is water. To modern ears, this may sound simplistic, but for his time it was revolutionary. He did not say the gods created water, he said water is the foundation of reality. Why water? Likely for practical observation. Water nourishes all life. It flows, freezes, evaporates, taking many forms. Rivers, rain, oceans, sweat. It was, quite literally, everywhere. In a time when explanations were poetic or divine, this was a turn towards natural reasoning. And yet, Thales did not entirely abandon the language of myth. He is also credited with saying, "Panta plere theon," everything is full of gods. This suggests that, even as he sought rational explanation, he still saw the divine as immanent in nature, not beyond it. Thales was not only a philosopher, but a mathematician, engineer, and astronomer, and was later counted among the 7 sages of Greece, a title reserved for wisdom of enduring value. He is said to have predicted a solar eclipse, possibly the famous one that occurred in 585 BC. If true, it would mark one of the earliest known uses of astronomical cycles for forecasting. In mathematics, Thales brought geometric reasoning from Egypt to Greece and is credited with several discoveries, including that the circle is bisected by its diameter, that angles at the base of an isosceles triangle are equal, and what would become known as Thales' Theorem, that an angle inscribed in a semicircle is always a right angle. He even applied geometry practically, allegedly measuring the height of the Egyptian pyramids by comparing their shadows to his own. However, we must be cautious. Thales wrote nothing, as far as we know. Much of what we attribute to him comes from later sources, sometimes centuries later, and often blend fact with reverence. Was it truly he who predicted the eclipse? Did he prove these theorems or simply observe them? The answer is, we do not know with certainty. Yet, his legacy is not in precision, but in initiation. He was the first to ask, what is the world made of, and how can we know it? In Thales, we witness the birth of philosophy and the beginnings of science. He replaced myth with principle, and belief with inquiry. He sought unity beneath the world's diversity, not through divine stories, but through the search for order. Whether his answer, water, was right or wrong matters little. What matters is that he looked at nature and asked, what lies beneath? That question has echoed ever since. That was Thales in 5. If you enjoyed this glimpse into the origins of philosophy, subscribe for more brief journeys into deep minds. In the next episode, we'll explore the thought of Thales' remarkable successor, Anaximander, the man who imagined the boundless. Until then, keep thinking